the way I line them up.
Met her smoking cigarettes in the men's room. Liked her high heels, she liked his tattoo.
Tennessee ball.
She said she'd never been east of the West Coast. Couldn't stand all the palm trees and windows. Called herself baby. Growing up in a first world's worst dream, grace-giving, God-fearing, good family. But when his hair grew long and his skin grew soft, all they saw was all wrong. Didn't see baby. Took him walking down the streets of her hometown, and she showed him how she makes her living now. Then he made her swear she'll break out.
To a player that's not been around the block a few times, this will look like a clear, easy run out. But this issue down here with the 4 and the 5 makes the chances of running out very slim. And it's important that you see these things as soon as possible, which means right off the break. But that's a dangerous point in pool because often it fills players with negativity and doom and gloom and all this horrible stuff, and now you have your brain thinking all wrong that you can't do it, and that the best thing to do is come up with a safety and let him deal with it. So before you get to that point, you have to realize that you're still at the table, you made a ball on the break, you're still in control of this game. So instead of throwing the baby out with bathwater, let's figure out if there's a way we can break this cluster out with the 1 ball. And the answer is yeah, you could manipulate the cue ball to come back and bang into this cluster, but now you're going to have a tough shot on the 2 ball, or next to an impossible shot on the 2 ball. The big thing you have going for you here is that you can use the 1 ball to get right on the 2 ball in order to shoot the 2 ball, break out the cluster, and you have an insurance ball on that 3 ball, which can be made from anywhere on the table. So now you're thinking right, and the biggest downfall with amateur players is that they're just thinking all wrong. Both the games of 9 ball and 8 ball favor the aggressive player. There's been studies done on this, and I don't know who did the study, but they say 9 ball favors the aggressive player. And I don't know if that's the justification for me, but I've always been an aggressive player. I've always gone for it. And there's been times where it just broke my heart, but more times than not, it has favored me. And win or lose, I'm going to go out swinging. I'm too old not to go out swinging. And I think you end up with more pride than someone who has ducked through their whole lives. So I stick with the plan of using the 1 to get perfect on the 2 in order to get the right angle, make the 2, and bounce off the rail to break up the cluster. And I got the right position. I just didn't. I should have hit it with just a hair of bottom right English, and I didn't. And this is the result. I just missed the cluster. But don't forget, I have an insurance ball on the 3 ball, and I'm going to try to break out the cluster again using this 3 ball. And then, if I don't hit the cluster, I should be in a position where I can play an easy safety. now my odds of running this rack and winning this game are way, way advanced. My problem came when I shot the 5. I almost scratched getting on the 6. The 7 and 8 went on the break. So now I have to get from the 6 to the 9, and I come up way short and leave myself a very, very, very difficult shot on the 9 ball. And here again, a lot of guys would play safe. I don't agree with doing it. I agree with getting down and shooting the ball. The big problem with that is if you miss this 9 ball, you're going to leave it right in the pocket, and your opponent is going to beat you. And here I am just out practicing with Shirley, but in my head I'm playing Alex Pagulain for the U.S. Open. And I know that might sound strange to you, but that's how I practice. I'm not just running racks, I'm playing the world's best pool players. So dealing with that pressure allows me all the glory of beating Alex, or beating Josh, or beating Shane, or Jason, or whoever it is. And, I'm not going to go home with another $40,000, but my pool game will get better from here on out. And that's because a lot of it, most of it, up to 90% of it has to do with your confidence, and you have to work on your confidence. So this is what I'm doing, and that is what it's all about.
That is cute. Make a living out of playing pool.
This is 3, but the crowd is going to be on the 4.
She said she'd never been east of the West Coast. Couldn't stand all the palm trees and windows. Called herself baby. Baby. Growing up in a first world's worst dream. Grace given, God-fearing, good family. But when his hair grew long and his skin grew soft, all they saw was all wrong. Didn't see baby. Walking down the streets of her hometown, and she showed him how she makes her living now. And he made her swear she'll break out somehow. And he thinks about her even now. Wonder where she's been and how. And if she's smoking cigarettes in the men's room, he wants to show her his new tattoo.
There you go.
It says baby.
Very good.